My name is the Reverend Sarah Midzalkowski, and I am an Episcopal priest. And I work with young people. I work with students. I'm also from Central Florida. And in days when I was too young to know about my own sexuality, but on days when I had enough strength, I would gather my courage and go with my friends out to clubs and celebrate just the joy of living. And today I'm reacting to the knowledge that 50 people, just like me, were murdered in a club that could have been a club I went to however many decades ago. And I'm also thinking about the fact that as a priest, as a Christian, I learned very early on some of the most hateful rhetoric about other human beings in church. I learned about why kids shouldn't date interrace, have interracial dating. I learned that gays were not to be tolerated. I learned wonderful lessons from some really good people. But what I'm thinking today is that it matters what I say, what we say, whether you're in church, whether you're in a mosque, whether you're in temple, wherever it might be. What we say matters. You see all of these books? These are all books that I have had, that I've read, that I've looked at. There are Bibles in 3 or 4 different languages. There are a couple of Qurans. I have a copy of the Bhagavad Gita. I have a copy of the writings of the Buddha. None of it matters unless we love one another. I've heard other preachers tell me, "Oh, I'm tired of hearing about love all the time." It's because they're angry. It's because they're mean and they're petty. And I'm tired of having to back clean up for people whose really crappy internalized theology, racism, and homophobia makes this world hard to live in for any person of faith. It doesn't matter a bit if I have read all of these and understood them and I treat my neighbor like crap. It doesn't matter a bit if any of these things have ever been printed. Because if we're not living out the great commandments of love God and love your neighbor, if we're not living out the golden rule, we have nothing. My faith means nothing if I can't treat the person standing next to me with decency and love. We are in a world today that is divided by so many different fractions. I am calling in my sphere on clergy to step up and to practice what Jesus preached, what Muhammad, peace be upon him, preached, what Abraham preached and knew and loved, what the Buddha preached. We have got to love, and that's got to be what leads us. The minute we allow racism, homophobia, sexism, ageism, ableism, the minute we allow all of those things, the misogyny that I have seen and experienced in the churches, when we let those be our guide, we have left the gospel and left all our holy books behind. And it doesn't matter a whit that they were ever printed if we can't live what we purport to believe.